a pleasure to meet you once again on yet another episode of Crime Watch, your weekly program brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police. I'm your host, Tendekai Dandaratsi. It's good to have you along. The Zimbabwe Republic Police would like to thank the people of Zimbabwe for cooperating following the disappearance of the Zimbabwe Hospital Doctors Association President, Dr. Peter Magombei, who disappeared on the 14th of September 2019. The doctor has since been found, and investigations to establish what transpired are currently underway. The police appreciates your efforts as you assist us to apprehend lawbreakers. The following are people who have been arrested, appeared before the courts of law, subsequently convicted, and given varying sentences. Heston Piri, aged 37, was convicted and sentenced to 15 years imprisonment at Bulawayo Regional Court for rape. The accused dragged the complainant into a maize field in February 2019 and raped her 3 times. In another case of rape, Prosper Kubaona, aged 16, was convicted and sentenced to 5 years imprisonment at Bindura Regional Court for raping an 11-year-old girl on 4 August 2018. Zephania Muyambo, aged 47, who murdered his nephew Samson Muyambo after striking him with a log, was convicted and sentenced to 19 years imprisonment at Mutare High Court. Moving on, police arrested a burglar at a roadblock in Marondera, and this arrest cleared several cases of unlawful entry into premises and theft, which he committed in Marondera and Harare.
On 31 August 2019, I was a commander of a roadblock which was being conducted at 71 km peg along Harare-Mutare Highway. During the course of our duty, one suspect, namely Sembegano Alista, aged 27 years, from Dombotombo, appeared from the bushes passing by the roadblock. I became suspicious and ordered my teammates to stop him. During an interview we carried out with the suspect, he failed to give satisfactory answers, which led us to conduct a thorough search. We then recovered 2 cell phones, a lead purse, and several goods which he failed to account for. Further investigations led us to discover that the suspect, in the company of 2 other accomplices, had committed an unlawful entry case in a nearby suburb, Weston Park, Marondera, during the same night. We appeal to members of the public to make sure that they close their windows and lock their doors before they go to sleep at night.
Ndinonzwawo kufara nezvakaitwa nemapurisa. Within 1 hour vakanga vatorikavha zvinhu zvangu nekuti ndakanga ndabatikana nekubirwa kwandakaitwa, asi mapurisa akarikavha, saka ndinopa kutenda nebasa iri ravakaita.
Meanwhile, Mvuri police have arrested one suspect in connection with theft of car parts, batteries and modulators.
We managed to recover this battery, this MFN 55 Eco Power battery, which was only an extra vehicle in Mvuri, where they store again complex. They will use these different spanners to unlock or to break the driver's window and manage to open the car bonnet where they have access to the battery and complex. I also want to thank the public for assisting us with information and tips. Feel free to advise the police.
Still in Vurwi, police have arrested Tine Chiriseri, aged 34, and Milton Doro, aged 39, in connection with several cases of stock theft, which occurred in Bindura, Mvurwi, Shamva, and surrounding areas. The 2 were linked to a suspected stock theft case, which we carried on our previous episode of Crime Watch, where police in Harare impounded a vehicle carrying 4 carcasses of cattle after the vehicle had been abandoned by the driver and his accomplices following an accident near Mbudzi roundabout in Harare.
A report of stock theft was reported in Sisa area where 4 cattle had been stolen. They went to Harare with the carcasses stashed in their getaway car. When they were in Harare, they were involved in an accident. The criminal sped away and the second party gave chase. The second part discovered 4 carcasses stashed in the vehicle. So he went to Waterfalls Police Station where he made a report to the police. We responded. Upon arrival at Waterfalls Police Station, 2 accused persons were now in police custody. We took the accused persons to Mvuri Police Station. They led the police to the site where they had stolen the vehicle from. The driver of the vehicle is still at large.
We are still looking for the other suspect identified as Philip Simbai. Anyone with information that may help the police to locate him should report to any nearest police station. Crime Watch takes a short break. Join us shortly. Welcome to the second segment of Crime Watch. In a sad story, police in Beatrice have arrested Rutendo Muzenda, aged 25, after he struck and killed Joshua Chimanga, aged 35, following a misunderstanding during a beer drink.
We received a murder case where people were drinking beer at a shebeen. These people had a misunderstanding, and as a result, they ended up fighting. The one who was defeated in the fight resorted to use other means, and he took a log and he hit the other party on the head, and he was taken to a local clinic, who later referred the injured person to Paranyatpa Hospital. He later died at Paranyatpa Hospital, and the accused person who did this is at large. We are appealing to members of the public that they should resolve their disputes amicably and ensure that whenever they have misunderstandings, they should find mediators and resolve their dispute without fighting.
In another murder case resulting from a misunderstanding during a beer drink, police in Mashingo arrested Garikai Magwere, aged 27, who stabbed to death Pride Togadini, aged 24, using an okapi knife. Members of the public are advised to resolve their disputes amicably and not to resort to violence. As police, we continue to engage communities to reduce murder cases and crimes of concern. In Gokwe, police are working tirelessly to reconnect with the people. Moving on, police in Chivu have arrested some criminals in connection with theft of batteries from mobile network transmitters. Crime Watch visited Zetara PCID Chivu.
There has been a disturbing trend of theft of batteries from mobile network transmitters. And just recently, we visited Criminal Investigations Department in Chivu, who nabbed a 4-member gang in connection with this type of offense.
Recently, Chivu received a case from ZRB Saza involving the theft of batteries of mobile network transmitters, commonly known as boosters. We took over the case and managed to arrest 2 more accused persons in Chitungwiza, leading to the recovery of 12 batteries in Harare. The accused persons appeared in court and were all sentenced to 10 years imprisonment each.
There you have it, viewers. Let us report at the earliest opportunity anyone you see tampering with our public utilities and infrastructure at any nearest police station.
Smuggling of goods through our country's borders remains a threat to our country's economic prosperity, and police are intensifying efforts to bring to book anyone involved in smuggling. Recently, Chivu police impounded a smuggled truck.
As the Chivu, Zimbabwe Public Police District, we are putting efforts to ensure that we contain crime in the district. We have got various initiatives in place. We have roadblocks, we have preventive patrols, we are also carrying out awareness campaigns. But on our roadblocks, we have got notable achievements. Our officers who were manning a roadblock at Featherstone Police Station intercepted a truck coming from South Africa en route to Harare. Upon searching the vehicle, the truck driver produced the fake documents, an indication that the vehicle was smuggled. Upon search, our officers managed to get the documents of the vehicles, and it indicated that the vehicles, especially the truck, was smuggled from South Africa. It was on a temporary import permit. The accused have since been arrested, and the value of the truck is around 300,000 South African rands, and the accused persons are to appear in court very soon. I would want to urge our motoring public and all those who are going down south to ensure that they declare their goods when coming into Zimbabwe. As police, we will not tolerate anybody who would smuggle things into this country. We are on top of the situation, and our roadblocks are a permanent feature. We are carrying out these roadblocks 24 hours a day and 7 days a week.
Harassment and assaulting of travelers, touting and other related offences are strongly condemned by police, and such offenders will be arrested. Recently, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe conducted a customer care training course to educate drivers and conductors of public service vehicles against such criminal activities.
Vanhu havasi kufamba zvakanaka, vanhu havasi kubata zvakanaka marengi, munzvimbo dzinotakurirwa vanhu dzakasiyana siyana. Saka takaona zvakakosha kuti timbotora mukana wekuita ma-training programs anoyeuchidza madriver namaconductors kuti zvakakosha kubata vafambi vanofamba munzvimbo dzakasiyana siyana nenzira yakanaka, nekuti ndio zvinoita kuti munhu asununguke. Hamuna safety, nyaya dzekubvutirana mabhegi, nyaya dzekumanikidza anopinda mabhasi havasiri kuda, nyaya dzekutaura mashoko anotuka vulgar language, nyaya dzekungoitira weti marengi nenzvimbo dzakadaro zvakonzera kuti kufamba rive dambudziko.
Ndoda kutenda Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe matipa mukana wekuti wange kudzidza kuti senze tibate mapassenger edu zvakanaka patiri tichisenzera, uyezve tisaharasa mapassenger. Tichangoti munhu ana achipfuura achienda kwaana achienda tomuharasa.
Patinofamba mumabhasi kana mumaranks tinosangana nemaharassment akasiyana siyana sevanhukadzi. Saka tichingokuridzirana kuti pese patinoshanda tive tine kakuremekedzana kekuti tese tiri vanhu. Mumwe nomumwe ane kodzero yekupfeka hake zvaanoda, asiwo mukufamba kwedu tichingotasa kuti waunenge waona sekunge asina kupfeka zvakanaka, munhu wese ane kodzero yekupfeka zvaanoda, unongomusiyawo ungozvienderawo kwaari kuzviendera, kwete kuti uunze kumudzikisira pasi, kunenge kuri kukanganisa kukuru.
We are in a process of actually rehabilitating those drunken, those who are addicted to drugs, those who thought there is no hope in transport. This is a step that we have taken as a nation, such that we continue actually rehabilitating their minds, such that we do have people who are not only people but professionals who offer a noble service.
So the story has already been told by the candidates who came for this particular training in customer care of drivers and bus conductors and some rank marshals. The idea is to make sure that there is no harassment of the travelers, especially perpetuated against our vulnerable women travelers. Issues to do with miniskirts and them saying that they should wear what they want. We want this to be a human environment. We want this to have ubuntu, courtesy, consideration, kakungoziva kuti tiri pabasa kana riri basa rekuti vanhu vatakurwe. And you will remember with the remorse some lives which were lost as a result of touting. And them, the bus conductors and drivers are not even safe, because some of them also get to lose their lives. But what we are doing is we are having a national drive through public-private partnerships, so that we drive this forward and make sure that kufamba kwevanhu kutakurwa kwavo zvoko unongona kuchingonakidza uri mutserendende vanhu vachiziva kuti pasi pano ndepekuzivana kuti tobatana savanhu. Let us all put our minds, our hands together to make sure that this works, because thou shalt not harass each other as we travel up and down our roads, our cities, safe communities for everyone. So we are there to champion the same.
Crime Watch takes a short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The ZRP is working round the clock to ensure that its operations meet the expectations of the citizens of Zimbabwe, focusing on the organization's rebranding strategy. In line with this initiative, the Commissioner General of Police, Tandavantu Godwin Matanga, recently officially opened a rebranding course for the officers of the rank of Chief Superintendents.
I am gratified to address you at this official opening ceremony of rebranding refresher course for senior officers of the rank of Chief Superintendent. The improvement of service delivery and meeting the expectations of clients is at the core of our rebranding exercise. With that in mind, it is therefore imperative that those tasked with management and decision-making are also exposed to such a high-level training program. Professionalism should be the defining character in all our operations and engagements. As a police service, servant leadership and fulfilling the expectations of the people should become the signature of our new brand in the Second Republic. As the custodians of the law, we need to bear in mind the critical role we play in the creation and maintenance of an environment that is conducive for socio-economic growth. Such an environment is only possible if, as an organization, we strengthen mechanisms for fighting crime. Let me also reiterate the importance of combating corruption within and without the organization. The scourge of corruption is no doubt the country's #1 enemy. As police commanders, the time has come for you to strap your boots by ensuring that we cleanse our society of corruption. As commander, you should be a fountain of discipline, integrity, and progressive character.
We would like to thank you for providing us with information that led to the arrest of some of the criminals who were behind violent demonstrations as from 2016 to date. However, we are still hunting for other criminals who were involved in illegal demonstrations. We encourage you to report these criminals to any nearest police station or contact us on the details appearing on your screens. Once again, we remind you of the ZRP's corporate social responsibility programs. Recently, police in Mutare donated some food hampers to the less privileged in the province.
Nhasi ranga riri zuva redu guru rekuyeuka nherera dzedu dzemuno Mutare Central District. Tine mapurisa edu akashaya vakasiya vana ndivatanga tiri kuyeuka nhasi tichivapawo mapresents.
Shungu dzedu ndedzekuti vawanewo cheuviri vagone kudyawo patinenge tichidyawo vagone kunwawo patinenge tichinwa.
This is a way of taking care of the underprivileged. Not only are we in business, but we are also there to assist in our communities so that everyone else gets a chance to enjoy life to the fullest. Not only when they have to pay something or buy something, but to enjoy what we also sell as a corporate entity.
Still on the organization's corporate social responsibility, the 2019 Commissioner General of Police's funfair is around the corner. Crime Watch spoke to the Staff Officer Press, Public and International Relations, Chief Superintendent Blessmo Chishaka, to shed more light on this upcoming event.
I wish to take this opportunity to inform members of the public that the greatest event on the police entertainment calendar, the Zimbabwe Republic Police Commissioner General's Funfair, is on this year and is going to take place at Morris Depot on 28 September. It will be on a Saturday. We will be opening gates at 7 o'clock in the morning. But what is important is that we have got quite a number of activities that will take place on the day. The scintillating displays by our police display. We also have musicians who are going to perform on the day. We have got Alec Macheso, we have got Ja Praiser, Babanamai Charamba, Killer T, Sulumani, and the ever popular police band. There will also be jumping castles, horse rides, the swimming events for the kids. Gate charges are $10 for adults, $5 for kids, and the charges for the rides are $5. So we are inviting multitudes of people to throng Morrissey Depot on this day to come and support this charity event. The funds that we are trying to raise are for charity. At the moment, we are sponsoring over 800 able but disadvantaged children countrywide. So we are saying, please come and join us as we try to make a difference for these able but disadvantaged children in society who are failing to get school fees. We are actually having these children at secondary school, primary school, and even at university. So come and mix and mingle with your police service as we try to make a difference in the lives of those who are underprivileged.
As we come to the end of this week's episode, we would like to highlight some of the people who are on the police wanted list. Liberty Ngwenya, aged 30, of Njotana Village, Chief Masendu Plumtree, who is implicated in a fraud case, is wanted by Plumtree Police. Patson Masukume of Chapora Village, Chief Staudze Bedbridge, is being hunted by Bedbridge Rural Police for rape. Joseph Jarewa, aged 28, of Mbombo Village, Chief Malisa Slovela, is wanted by Slovela Police for a case of attempted murder. Nefson Kaneva of house number 10 Muzilkas Blawayo is also wanted by Njue Police for attempted murder. It has been a wonderful time having you along. As I sign out, do remember that crime does not pay. From me, Tendekai Dandaratsi, and the crew behind the scenes, pleasant viewing.